if you can,
Can't see my mirrors. I can't see his hair.
I mean, respectful. There's a please in there, you know? We're at Starbucks to get the goods first. Real quick update. We got back last night at like 12:31, and now we're at the Aquarium in Atlanta. Tropical diver. That's the biggest one I've ever seen. What are It is so comfortable. You see like the waves?
Yeah, it has waves that come by.
You said we're gonna have this in your house? Where do you see a crawfish, Warren?
Crawfish?
I thought you said crawfish.
Clownfish.
Clownfish.
This one, it's called a Bengal cardinal fish. That's all these little guys. So they are a mouth-brooding fish. Female lays her eggs. The male's job is fertilizing, and then he takes the eggs in his mouth. Keeps them rotated, clean, and fresh until they hatch. Then his job is put them someplace safe so they have a better chance of surviving. A couple of urchins over here, and if you take your time and look inside there are a couple of tiny Bengal cardinal fish. And the adults are watching so they don't come out. Yeah. So there's two urchins. Watch the back one. See if you see any tiny motion. I looked this morning, there were a couple tiny Bengals in there. Hard to tell.
Yeah, it is hard to tell.
Why are they in there?
So they're in there for protection. Because the other fish won't go in. And then
But they're
the
tiny
adults,
enough? They can go in there?
I think I saw something.
you see some motion?
It's like a dark,
It's tiny.
kind of like the top right of that back.
Wait, I see one in it.
Yeah.
I see one.
Yeah.
In the back one. There's
And
one in
then
it.
the adult that put them in there,
Yeah, I
keep
see 'em.
around it until they're big enough to survive on their own.
What
to
are
keep
those?
them inside.
Do they have eyes? No.
Well, they're not eyes. No.
I'm like, what are those? I just see two.
So the front of them, the mouth and whatever, they don't really have eyes. They have feelers on their little tentacles. And the backside are really discharge ports, if you will.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Sharks! show. He's a paid actor. That one looks like he's staying on business.
Oh my gosh.
He's back. That's tea for it. Going into the river, Bob. Here, my joke. I think piranhas are so cool. I feel like we're back home now. Do that, Lord. Oh, I thought I saw him over here. Yellow belly slider.
Like, that's so funny, just the way they stand.
Yeah. The way he's just chilling.
I know. Like, okay, sir.
Video's not doing this justice. What'd you say? Oh, it's a bear. We just see its tail. From the mountain of Caucasus. Oh, there's another alligator up there.
I love them.
Yeah. Here's a little boy. He just moves a little slower than others.
All back there between the video.
Which one?
Those pink ones back there. Like, back there.
Oh, the ones that are just flat?
Okay, they are not real. I was like, they don't look real at all. Oh, it's a wall. Okay, my bad. I didn't realize Louis Brad was like that. I didn't either.
That looks so creepy. That's kind of terrifying looking. They partnered with robots.
Yeah, I think they're spies for the government.
They're spies for the government?
I would believe it.
Look at their little noses.
Look, he's touching it with the...
They're called elephant noses.
That's a nose?
Elephant nose?
Yeah, that's what it says.
It's like their mouth?
Wait till it comes
Oh,
back.
they get in a fight.
It looks like their mouth.
They look like they could be dentists.
They send and receive electrical signals.
Oh, that's a big one.
Him's Papa.
Yeah.
Look at it They look like get off my lawn.
Chili.
Chili? Get off my lawn. I don't need no health care. African tiger. Cool. Look how cute he is. It's scary. Hi! Y'all don't think the sharks are scary, but a dolphin is scary?
Absolutely massive. Oh my god. I don't think I've seen something in the water that big in person.
I'm gonna try and see.
I saw that.
They might be doing a show right now, and we're just watching the backside of it. Because
Possibly.
there's like 100 strollers on the other side of this road.
That's possible because they're doing something like up there. One of my favorite movies growing up was Dolphin Tale. Oh yeah.
I think this tank extends beyond this wall right here. Maybe not. Maybe that's just a window reflection. I don't know. But I see him. Okay, that's just a window.
Look how cute. Hi.
Oh, he's shaking his head at the window. Must be a trainer over there or something to show.
Probably.
Yeah, somebody's telling him what to do over there.
Look how funny.
How they can like just go up and down like that without like flipping nothing? They don't flip anything. Like they just, like they're barely even trying, and they just move so effortlessly.
I can literally watch them. I wonder if they're all like, if all the animals here are rescued and like in rehab, or if it's.
I don't know. One of them has a car.
That's what I was thinking. Like, look at its fin. Hi. They're pink. He's taking a nap. Wow. Go ahead. Look how spotted they are. They'll come up with the kids. They're so pretty.
Just in that corner, frightening.
Going in the dark is terrifying. It's massive. Oh my gosh, look at them. That's so cool. They're dancing. Dolphins. Oh my god. Also, its little feet. 15 feet. That's insane. What's crazy is it said like that's the largest one recorded.
30 feet is largest.
30 feet was largest recorded? And that's just recorded though. That's the thing. Cool. That's a zebra shark with a weird tail. It's migrating to the turtle. VBS. So majestic to watch him swim.
Fading into that back distance was blue. They are two of our largest manta rays here at Georgia Aquarium. We do have a third manta. Her name is Nandi, and she was the first one to visit us here. She is a rescue. Unfortunately, she was caught in a shark net, and unfortunately, she was deemed unreleasable. So ever since then, she's been in human care. Passing in front of the window now, we have a couple of trevally fish. We have our giant trevally. Those are going to be those giant gray fish you see with the silver stripes down their body. And we do have the golden trevally. They're going to fade out to have that yellowish tail color on the back. Is our smaller of the two. He's about 24 feet in length. And you know it's him because he's a lot skinnier than you, Sean. And he has those faint black freckles on the underside of his body. If we are sitting in front of the window, please make sure we press up close to the window. Do you think their throat is? I'll take a couple guesses. Excuse me, I wanted to sit down. And little tiny animals such as zooplankton. So a lot of people will ask me, why do the fish swim underneath them? Well, they're not in danger of being eaten by our whale sharks, obviously, because they have that very, very tiny throat. Sometimes the fish swim underneath them because they want to try to get the
This
a little stuffed animal baby to bring home. So this time we chose the whale shark. And she's precious. Now we gotta figure out a name. What are we gonna name her? Is that a what in there? Well, his throat is the size of a quarter. So